Get in. Yes. Welcome to the, as per usual, slightly late Liverpool Reds reaction. So today, Liverpool beat the mighty Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And it was a bit of a game, to say the least. So, as you guys know, I usually try and prepare something, and I'm just going to be honest, guys. It's been one of those weeks. It's been absolute bedlam, utter and complete chaos. I've actually got Match of the Day on right now because I actually missed it because of various rubbishy adult things that you guys don't need to know about. So, um, yeah, so I'm going to be watching that at the same time. And yeah, if anyone wants to join in, obviously you're more than welcome to. Just to say, this live stream will probably not be on for ages due to the fact that I've had no dinner, and I also want to have a couple of drinks, which says it's really professional into. Yeah, so just to make you guys aware, as per usual, this will be on YouTube podcasts, and it'll also be on as a YouTube video, obviously. And I'll tell you a bit more about some bits and pieces that are coming up. Obviously, I've had to change the schedule over Christmas, so I've not been on lives as much as as much as I was recently. And yeah, it's just been absolute chaos basically, and I'll tell you all about it. If you guys are in the pub, that's absolutely fine. You can just watch this tomorrow morning with your hangovers, and that's cool. But yeah. So we might as well go through the game. So what I've done is I've got the Liverpool Echo, shout out to the Echo, and the live pages, which have saved my life like a million times. So I'll just go through basically what's happened because, quite frankly, I can't even remember, to be honest. Um, yeah, obviously the game was watching Newcastle versus Chelsea. Oh, Walter Marder. That was a good goal actually. Um, I'm guessing he wasn't too popular after last week's debacle. Yes, so obviously we played Tottenham Hotspur. The game was just absolutely mental, to be honest. Absolutely and completely mental. Just trying to get up the team news. In fact, I can remember that. So Connor Bradley basically came in for. Who did Connor come in for? I actually cannot remember, to be completely honest. That's how disorganised I am at the minute. Um, but yeah, who would Connor have come in for? Joey Gomez, because obviously Connor was suspended and Gomez is now injured, we think, and I'll get onto the injuries at the minute. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about the injuries, but it's an absolute nightmare. A nightmare. We are now in serious, serious dog do, basically, for want of a better word. I've got it counted as we've got 13, maybe not 13, I think it's about 9 or 10 players out injured, something along them lines, which is not cool. I mean, it's a very good job that we've got Wolves next, and without wishing to be rude to Wolves, you would imagine that. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Echo at the minute. You would imagine that. You'd imagine we'd have enough to beat Wolves at home, but like obviously afterwards we've got Leeds, which is the city where I'm from. So if Liverpool could not lose that match, or have any free draws again, I would really really appreciate it. To be quite honest, why is the Liverpool Echo being so naughty? That's really really good. Voltemard scored 2 goals today. Then I bet they still absolutely hate him though, right? I mean, like honestly, that own goal that they scored against Sunderland was just. I mean, I don't even know how one does that, to be honest. Um, but yeah, basically. Oh, here we go. I've got it now. Right. Let me have a look. Yeah, cool. Right. Very good. Let's have a look. Got God Almighty, my glasses are just. Uh, Charizardi. Hello, Charizardi. I hope that's your name. Sorry for mispronouncing your handle badly. It's just my glasses are horrendous. Um, yeah, so basically, I'm just going through the story. So, Conor Bradley basically came back and has also managed to get himself injured as well, which is also not cool. Voltemade missed a hat-trick chance there, by the way. If anyone's watching Match of the Day, that's why I keep looking this way, because I haven't actually seen any football today. And then, yeah, Xavi Simons, yeah. So Xavi Simons was basically sent off for a debatable red card. There we go. Oh, nice one, Charlie. Cool, nice one. Yeah, I'm always a bit worried about like pronouncing people's like names wrong and stuff. It's just because I need to get my glasses changed because they were absolutely just horrendous, to be honest. Jackie's family. Hi, Jackie's family. How you doing? You all right, pal? How is your day going? Oh, Charlotte Hardy. It's been a bit of a day, a bit of a day. So I usually like have like not a script, but I usually have like notes prepared and this, that, and the other for when I do these shows. I'll be completely honest, I'm doing this blind because I've been to work, I've been looking after my son, getting ready for Christmas, helping the missus out, and just various things that you guys don't need to know about. But it's just been absolutely mental the last few days. So I'm all right now. I'm having a chill out, watching Match of the Day, talking to you guys. I'm going to get on the probably get on the whiskey after this as well. I'll be completely honest. So yeah, I'm all right though. I hope you're all right as well. Hey Reagan, how you doing, pal? You're all right. Merry Christmas to you as well. Oh, dude, it is hard time. Seriously, like I don't know if I'll just throw it out there. Actually, I know I'm meant to be talking about Liverpool and stuff, but do, am I the only one who gets really annoyed with everything that you have to do at Christmas? Because like I feel like a complete arsehole, but like because you see people in town like drinking and enjoying themselves, enjoying each other's company, and they really love being in shopping centres, and everyone looks in a nice mood. And like I'm the only one who's actually like, this is just a complete pain in the arse, to be honest. That was just like I don't mind the Christmas bit when you've got to Christmas, so you've got Christmas Day and you're having a couple of beers with the lads and so on and so forth. What on earth sort of defended is that? So I'm just watching Match of the Day at the minute. The Chelsea versus Newcastle game. That is atrocious defender. I think Chelsea went down to 10 men as well by the looks of it. What's he done there? That's terrible, terrible defending. But yeah, to be honest, folks, spoiler alert, Christmas for me is just the biggest pain in the arse of all time. And it just really, I don't know, it just really, really annoys me. Probably because my Christmas as well, which doesn't help, but still, anyway. But yeah, no, I'm all right, guys. But thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, sorry that this is not very good in terms of a presentation. I'm just being honest with you, I've had no time to. I barely even saw a lot of the game, to be honest. I've just had to piece it together. I saw basically the last 20, 30 minutes of it, and I had to piece it together with YouTube clips and stuff. So yeah, basically, obviously, Xavi Simons got sent off. I think it's a red card personally, but it's open to interpretation. So Liverpool go into the break 0-0, blah 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 blah, and then basically we come out second half, and Alex Isak gets his goal, and I was like, yay, hooray! And uh, during the celebration, I looked, and I'm like, please don't tell me he's injured. And yeah, Alexander Isak has got himself injured, and the injury does not look particularly good. To be like, how on earth has he missed that? That is terrible, terrible. But honestly, Newcastle have missed some right chances in this game. Sorry, I'm talking to you guys, and I'm also like watching Match of the Day. If you're wondering what I'm doing, what is that? That's awful. That's one of the worst misses I have ever seen in my entire life. Harvey Barnes basically is just, well, surely that's a red card. What is it? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Um, yes, that's a scummy Liverpool bottle. It is Elijah, because it's a Liverpool dream. Um, but yeah, Alex Isak's now got injured, which I'm sure the people at St James's Park will not be unhappy to hear about. And then basically Ekatike gets the second goal 3 or 4 minutes afterwards, and you think to yourself, right, job done. We had to bring Frimpong. I mean, the substitutions were ridiculous because we had to bring on Alexander Isak for Connor Bradley. We then had to bring on Jerry and then I think I'm not totally sure because I can't remember who the last substitution was. I think we ended up having to get Alexander Isak, Jeremy Frimpong, off for Trainioni or someone like that because I think he also was. Yeah, so do I, mate. So do I. I've had no food all day, bro. Um, yeah, I look like it as well. Um, yeah, so we've ended up losing like three players. Also, Dominic Szoboszlai's managed to pick up his fifth yellow card or however many it is, and he's now suspended for the Wolves game, which I'll get onto the injuries and suspensions in a minute because it's an absolute nightmare. Anyway, so we're 2-0 up and Tottenham are down to 10 men. Right, Liverpool, this is pretty straightforward. You just need to get through the next 20 minutes, win 2-0, job done, don't do anything stupid, and go home with the points. Except, of course, this is Liverpool Football Club, and we do not do things the easy way. We have to do things the hard way, to quote Stone Cold Steve Austin. We then managed to concede a goal to. No, I can't, mate, because it's Liverpool live stream, dude. Um, yeah, so Richarlison then scores. In fact, I'm going to have a look because I don't even know what minute that was. I want to say it was the 83rd or 84th minute. Let me have a look. Yeah, it looks like it was about 84 minutes. It was checked as well. I think Spurs were complaining about pixelated. Yeah, sorry, Reagan. Our internet is like completely ridiculous at the minute. I've hardly been able to get a signal all day, so this is the best I can do. Unfortunately, I'm getting some new tech. Hopefully, shout out to the brother. Fingers crossed. So I'm hoping to be able to. So I'm having to go off an old phone at the moment just to do this. So I do apologize. Best I can do, pal. Unfortunately. Um, yeah, so anyway, basically, Richarlison scores, and then I think Tottenham. I can't quite remember because it's like I said, it's been one of those days, and I'm forgetting a load of stuff. I think Tottenham then either hit the post or Ali score. Has to save a couple of them, and then Christian Romero, who'd also been booked earlier in the match, he then got sent off for starting on Ibu Kanate, which is I mean, is a bit stupid. I know Christian Romero is quite a hard bloke, but I mean, Christian, I'm not being funny. Have you seen the size of Ibu Kanate? Like, mate, you were never ever going to win that match. You know what I mean? So then Romero then gets sent off, but so Tottenham were down to 9 men, and they still keep coming forward, and I'm like, what is going on? Why on earth are we like? Why are we hanging on against 9 men? It reminded me a lot of the Leeds United collapse, except we got through it this time. And it's look, obviously that isn't good. Look, the main thing is Liverpool Football Club have won the match and we've won 4 games out of 6, and we're now like fifth in the table, and I want to say we're 5 points off Aston Villa, which is a hell of a lot better than it was. Oh, Reagan, I am watching. I'm assuming you're in the UK. Are you in the UK? If you are, I'm watching Match of the Day. So I'm watching Newcastle. They've just shown the highlights of Newcastle versus Chelsea. Yeah, it's on BBC One now, dude. Let's have a look. What a finish that is! So I've just seen Fingy James, whatever his name is. I forgot his bloody first name. Lad that plays for Chelsea. He's just called right free kicking, and I'm not sure, but I think Newcastle. I'm sure Newcastle. Sorry, Chelsea were down to 10 men as well. They're showing the Pedro goal now. I mean, that's just appalling defending. What is he doing? That's just terrible. Terrible, awful defending. So yeah, if you're wondering what I'm doing, basically I'm just like looking over here. Let's have a look. Have I watched the boxing? Yeah, no. Sorry, Regan, let me just remove this person because I'm not having that. Thank you. Did I watch the boxing? I've watched I didn't watch it live, Regan, to be honest, but I watched basically the highlights this morning, and look, I used to watch boxing with my old fella back in the day, but oh, here we go, Liverpool versus Tottenham on match of the day, excellent. I used to watch boxing with my old fella, but this is a long, long time ago when it was like, Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno, Evander Holyfield, George Foreman, that sort of era. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of a polite way of saying this. I don't like these. I don't want to call them celebrity boxing matches because I suppose, to be fair to Mr. Paul, I mean, he is technically, strictly speaking, a professional boxer, but I mean, I don't know, I suppose it's 50-50. I mean, people can take the mick out of Anthony Joshua all they want to look. He's not my favourite bloke in the world, I've got to be honest, but um, people can take the mick out of what as much as you want to. I think he got paid something absurd, like 90 million quid for that fight. So people are laughing and taking the mick out of him. It's like, you're more than welcome to laugh and take the mick out of me. I've got 90 million quid burning a hole in my bank account, fella. You know what I mean? So, in general, I just don't like. Oh, here we go. Here's the Xavi Simmons. Yeah, he's gone down the back of his fight. He could have been sent off for the first one. What on earth are they on about? Ah, right. So it's the VAR. Right. Okay. So there was a VAR check. Um, Tall Regan, no Regan, I definitely cannot show you the TV because I will get sued by Match of the Day. And I'll also be told off by YouTube. Funny story, actually, when I was first doing this channel, so this channel started off as like, it was like a supplement to my eBay account. And I used to show all toys and stuff, and basically it ended up turning into something else, etc., etc. But I didn't know because I didn't know anything about doing this sort of thing 2 or 3 years ago. I actually took a couple of videos, not deliberately, but like, say if I was in the pub and they had like, I don't know, a Liverpool game on the background, I'd show my reaction and show the TV's reaction. I didn't think anything of it. And then one of the lads actually said, turned around and said, "You do know you're not allowed to do that, right?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can't show the TV because otherwise you get copyright banned." And I was like, "Oh crap!" So, and I ended up doing that 5 or 6 times. So yeah, I have since apologised to YouTube and deleted all the videos. So Mr. YouTube, if you are watching, don't worry, I don't show anything there. So yeah, Regan, I can't do that. Oh, here we go. So yeah, Alexander Isak's coming on the pitch now, and literally he was on the field for 3 or 4 minutes. Um, Here we go. I think this is the goal now. So it's the 56th minute. So yeah, Alex Isak gets the ball. Great cross by Katike. Beautiful ball by foreign inverts. Isak scores. Fantastic. But then basically, I'm trying to think how to describe it. I think Romero, not on purpose, but he's basically fallen on Isak's leg as he was striking it, and he's fallen on his like standing foot, basically his standing leg. That's a great ball by Verse. Yeah, so he's fallen on his leg. Oh, oh, that's not good. Yeah, so he's had to be replaced basically. The good thing he's walking off the field, so I'm guessing it's not broken because that would be. One would hope that they wouldn't have told Alex Isak to walk off the field with a broken leg or a broken ankle. So I'm guessing it might be. Don't know, but I'm guessing it might be ligament damage of some description. Oh, Tottenham just hit the post as well. But yeah, no, either way, basically, folks, just to wrap the whole like rubbish report up, basically, look, we got 3 points, and that's all that matters as far as I'm concerned. So, let me just have a look. What else has been said? I'm just going to bring up the Premier League table. But I'm fairly sure that we had really good days today as well, actually, because Frimpong is about to cross for Ekatike. That's a great ball. So basically, if any of you guys are watching this, Tottenham were going mental about the second goal that they conceded. Because they were just like, oh, that's a great celebration by Ekatike. I think Romero was basically, this is where Romero got booked as well. He was saying that Ekatike pushed him over. And I'm like, It's gone from like 2 to 3 to 16 to 3 again. Um, yeah, sorry, Joe. Like I said, this is like the best I can do, unfortunately. Um, it does push him a little bit, but Romero does make a lot of it, in my opinion. So yeah, personally for me, it's not a foul. But if I was a Tottenham fan, I suppose I could understand. To be fair, why you would be annoyed. Let's have a look. Is this Richarlison's goal? It's always bloody Richarlison against us. Right, let me have a look. So the league table, as it's Arsenal won against Everton. Thank you very much, Everton, for that. Not that we're really in the conversation for the league, obviously, because I think we're a bit far too behind now. But is this Richarlison's goal? It could be. Yeah, there's Richarlison scoring the goal. And he's also just assaulted Ekatika and then started on Sobersley. You absolute weapon. Basically, for anyone that's watching it, so Richarlison's got the ball. He's kicked it in the back of the net, fair enough. He's then ran into one of our players, TK, and basically he's literally just stood on him. And then he's gone up to Sobersley, started on him for no reason. What an absolute prat. There we go. And then Romero's then just hit Canate in the face, basically. And that's why he was sent off. So that's why Tottenham went down. So I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for Spurs here. The behaviour of some of their players, that's really, really poor. I hate saying bad things about Spurs as well because it was my old fella's team, and God rest his soul, it's the anniversaries. But yeah, he's just kicked Canate. Yeah, he's just kicked him in the up. Why would you do that for? But this is the only thing that I object to in Liverpool now. So Tottenham were actually down to 9 men, and they've basically bossed us for like the last 10 minutes, which is just really, really stupid. Looks like Robbo's just come on as well. Is this the kickoff at the end as well? There we go. Richarlison's kicking off. He's now been booked. He's had a huge tantrum. What an absolute moron. Absolute moron. Christmas Day is in 5 or 4 days. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm glad you are, Regan. I'm glad you are. Yes, I've got a very excited 12-year-old lad upstairs at the minute who is looking at his Christmas presents from his mommy and daddy. Yes, I am still daddy, apparently, for some reason. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It should be really good. It should be really good. Yeah, so let me just have a look at the table for you guys. So basically, the table now after everything. So I'll just read up from like the top 10. So obviously, Everton lost, which technically is good for us, I guess. I would have preferred that Arsenal had lost, but still. So Everton have got 24 points. Brighton have got 24 points. Crystal Palace and Man United. I'm assuming United. I don't know who United are playing. Crystal Palace lost as well, which is technically good for us. Man United are on 26. Sunderland drew, so everyone basically below us more or less hasn't won. The only two people that have won are Arsenal and Man City, and I think we're just a bit too far off them, if I'm being honest. Chelsea obviously drew as well, which is great. Chris O'Connor, you know. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, no, of course they are, mate. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Right, well, looking at this, and my maths is, admittedly, I got a GCSE F in maths, by the way. My maths is completely horrendous. But Aston Villa are 4 points ahead of us in third. We are 8 points behind Man City. So, look, the Man City and Arsenal is just not real. Basically, Liverpool need to be ready to pounce if either of those two slip up. The trouble is, I could see one of them slipping up. Are you going to have a situation where Arsenal and Man City lose 4 to 5 games, and we basically still have to win all our games? I just cannot see it, to be honest. But we should still try at the end of the day, but I just think they've left themselves too much to do to win the league. But so yeah, we're 10 points off Arsenal, 8 points off Man City. I mean, we've got City to play at Anfield. That's maybe doable, I suppose. We've got the Villa to play. Have we played Aston Villa this? Oh yeah, no, we just played them a few weeks ago, didn't we? Yeah, it was 2-0. Oh, nice one, Regan. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Not a problem. See you soon, pal. And basically, we're dead level with Chelsea. They're ahead on goal difference. Oh, Jesus Christ, our goal difference. Our goal difference is -3. Sorry, -3. Sorry, +3. And then Chelsea's is +12. So Chelsea are definitely within range. Villa. What this is the stupid because I was saying to a few of the Liverpool guys earlier on like my socials and stuff, like when it was Arsenal versus Everton, I'm kind of like I don't know who I'm meant to be supporting here because obviously that's worked out quite well. Um, oh, hey Regan, oh, nice. You're more than welcome to. You are more than welcome to. It doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. You're more than welcome on my stream, mate. Anytime that you would like. Let's have a look. So yeah, basically we're right dead level with Chelsea. I want to say Chelsea have got quite a hard fixture list as well. In the ninth. All right, okay, fair enough. Cool, yeah, cool, yeah, cool. Yeah. My son's just started at secondary school, so he's oh god, what do you call it these days? We used to call it year 7 when I was a child, which was a long time ago. So I'm guessing he's in year 7. But yeah, he's literally just started school, mate. But yeah, you're more than welcome to be on, pal. Not a problem at all. So Chelsea's fixture list. Sorry, I'm going a bit down the rabbit hole now. Chelsea have got. Chelsea have got Aston Villa on the 27th. So this is when we're playing Wolves. The couple of days after that, they've got Bournemouth at home, which is not easy. And the same day we've got Leeds, and then they've got to go to the Etihad to play Manchester City. And then after that they've got Brentford at home and Crystal Palace away. Oh, I definitely think that there is scope for us catching Chelsea. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I mean, I know this isn't what we all wanted, but look, um, obviously the club need to try and get Champions League football. I think the coefficient, from what I've read as well this week, it looks like England are in the lead for the top 5. I want to say. I think it is it Germany, and we're not a million miles away from us in the coefficient. I don't know, but anyway, the point is, um, I will never support Man United in any game of any description of any kind whatsoever, ever. However, if Man United did beat the Villa tomorrow, we'd be 4 points off Villa, but then obviously Man United would go ahead of us. So it's one of those where either result is a good result. But I know this is like a bit counterintuitive to Liverpool. I am not supporting Man United, and I hope Villa are absolutely ramming. So, which is I know it's really really stupid, but I'm a very old man, and I will never ever support Manchester United Football Club in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. But there we go. Chris O'Connor, how you doing, mate? Our best hope is Champions League. League's done for it. Yeah, no, I agree, Chris. I was only giving the table, to be honest, as just out of not hope, basically, more than anything. Look, Chris, we're not going to win the league. Simple as that. I agree with you, mate. I think on that horrendous run that we had, I think if we'd lost to, say, if we'd beaten Brentford, and if we'd beaten, I don't know, Man United, and we'd only lost to, say, I don't know, Chelsea and a couple of the other people, say if we'd only lost like 3 or 4 games, if we won the extra 2 games, again, my maths is horrendous, but if we were 3 or 4 points behind Arsenal going into Christmas, I would say, do you know what? That's absolutely fine. Take that all day, not a problem. It's the extra couple of games that are going to do them in. I annoyingly think Liverpool. Look, the main thing, like you said, is getting in the Champions League. In fact, let me finish the rest of your comment. Unless we sign 3 class players in January and go on a massive winning run. Slots, sorry. Yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't know, Chris. To be honest, about the whole slot of it. Look, for me, to be honest, I'm quite a practical person. Not saying anyone else isn't, but I would keep the manager till the end of the season, personally for me. Not necessarily because we're pulling up. Well, I mean, for a start off, I just can't get my head around sacking the fellow who's won us the league. And like I said, I've said this a million times. He's given me one of the best days of my life outside of the birth of my lad, and meeting the missus and stuff. And obviously what he did for us with Diogo in the summer as well. I thought he handled that impeccably, and he showed what a gentleman that he is and an absolute top bloke. Um, but I take the point, obviously, that that run, it, I mean, even if we finished third and say won the FA Cup, you're still going to look at the season and go, what was that run all about, kind of thing. Um, but the reason I don't want him sacked at the moment, to be honest, Chris, is Leeds have just scored a second goal. Calvert Lewin again. What is going on with Calvert Lewin? That's about 7 goals that he scored in 4 games against us, unfortunately, as well. Sadly, um, I've completely forgot what I was saying now. No, that's completely and utterly gone. Oh yeah, no. So the thing with Slot, um, I just don't like the idea of mid-season. I know a lot of people do this, but mid-season changing the manager because Slot's under contract. You're gonna have to pay him off for a start off. The candidates that are available, I mean, I suppose the big thing is if Real Madrid did shit can Alonso, excuse my language, then if Alonso's there, then Ethan Ampadu as well. That's 3-0. Well done to my local team. Um, I would go with Alonso personally. I mean, I've always liked Roberto De Zerbi. I know there's quite a few Reds that are just like, oh, don't be silly, blah, 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 but I just like the way his teams play football. I like Ariola, but again, I take the point from a lot of Reds. What's he done other than Bournemouth and where he's been before? We don't know. I know a lot of Reds are saying Glasner. I have no issue with Oliver Glasner. I think he's a fantastic coach. And there's just something about that that doesn't. I can't put my finger on it. There's just something about that that doesn't sit right with me. I don't know why. It's just a feeling that I've got. I'm just not sure whether that is the best move. And then it's when you've got like the fanatical Reds who are basically saying, "Oh, why don't we just go after Pep Guardiola?" And it's just like, what are you on about? We're not going to get Pep Guardiola. Don't be ridiculous. What is going on against Leeds? They've just had a right dust up on the penalty area. Um, yeah, so in terms of the quality coaches, I mean, look, there are more quality coaches out there. I mean, I take the Nagelsmann point as well, but again, that's great after the World Cup, but is Nagelsmann going to take the Liverpool job like when he's preparing Germany for the World Cup? I can't imagine the German FA would be hugely impressed by that, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't change. But in terms of going into the summer, I mean, maybe Alonso might be done. That honestly, I don't know. I don't know, Chris. I don't know what to say for the best. But personally, for me, I just wouldn't be changing managers just at the moment. But it's just my opinion. Um, have I watched Zootropol? I was in the Zootopia movie. I've watched the first one. If you're on about Zootopia, Regan, but I haven't seen the. I've not seen the new one. I'm going to take my. I was going to take my son, but I don't think he. I think he would just want to see it at home with me and his mum. So I've not seen it just yet. No. I'm right in saying we haven't lost a game without Mo starting. You are right. You are correct, Chris. We have not lost a game that Mo has not started. Hi, Regan again. Which is very interesting, isn't it? I mean, can we afford 400 grand a week for the world's best ever substitute? I I'm not sure that's practical. Oh, is this Leeds' fourth goal? What on what on earth is that? What a ridiculous penalty to give away. Was that a penalty or a free kick? I think it's a penalty. one of the Crystal Palace players has just come in and literally just levered this Leeds United player and just knocked him over in the penalty area. I was like, what are you doing? It's, oh. So they're showing on the VAR at the minute. How is that a penalty? He's outside the area. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, sorry that because I've just been caught up on match of the day again. Oh no, it is a free kick. Um, right, does Leeds score from this then? I mean, the Palace goalkeeper has had a nightmare there. What was he doing? That is dreadful. So Leeds are winning 4-1. Well, they were winning 4-1. Basically, the Palace goalkeeper, if you're wondering what I'm on about, I forgot his the lad that came from Nottingham Forest and used to play for Man United. I forget his name now. He was setting up the wall, right, and Robert Stack comes over to take the free kick, but he's left this much of the wall, and then literally Stack just goes, "Oh, cheers," and bends it into the bottom left-hand corner, and it's just like goalkeeper was like, "Oh, I missed it," and everyone's like, "What are you doing, mate?" That honestly, that is dreadful. It really is. So look, hey Gary, how you doing, mate? You're all right. But yeah, yeah. So that's what I think about Slot. Chris, going back to you as well. Like I said, I'd like to give Slot a bit more of a chance. But I know it's. I know we haven't got room for nostalgia, but like I said, but I just can't. I can't get my head around sacking off a manager that's given me one of the best days of my life. You know what I mean? And obviously, he did him and those players. It's not just those players who have been through the thing with Diogo. Slot was involved in all that as well. It must have been a huge. I don't want to say burden because that's a horrendous thing to say. It must have been a huge pressure for him to have to go through that as well. So I'd like to give the bloke a chance, but obviously, if we go on that run again, I mean, yeah, he's going to be struggling to keep his job, obviously. But like, hopefully, Slot can do. Look, I mean, hopefully we'll win the Champions League and the FA Cup, and finish second. Which, um, if I offered that to any of you now, I'm assuming a second place finish. Winning the FA Cup and the Champions League win would be acceptable. I know it would be for me. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's the other thing I was just going to talk about. Hi Reagan, you're all right. Welcome back again, mate. The other thing, folks, I was just going to talk about very quickly. I did actually prepare this one, right? So in terms of our injuries, let me see if I can pull this up. So I'm not sure if this is all of them, but it's very, very close to it. So we've got Owls. Cade Gordon, I mean, obviously he's barely paid for the club, so that's fine. Well, it's not fine, obviously, I hope he gets better soon. Stefan Baccetic is still injured, and I mean, I don't know what's going on with him, but I just hope he can get better soon because he's losing his career the way this is going. Jaden Dans, I think, is near to trade, but still not available. We've now lost Alexander Isak, Joe Gomez, Endo, Giovanni Leone, Mo Salah, and Dominic Szoboszlai is also suspended for the Wolverhampton Wanderers game. Now, look, one would hope Gravenberch, McAllister, and Florian Wirtz should be able to cope with Wolverhampton. No disrespect to Wolves, obviously, but they are having an absolute nightmare. So, look, the Wolves match just needs to be a professional 1-0, 2-0 foot. I mean, don't forget they literally took Arsenal to the limit the other day, and Arsenal only won in literally the last seconds. So Wolves are not there to have the mix taken out of them. You've got to take them seriously, like you do with any sort of thing. But yeah, I think, is that all our injuries? Let me just try and think. So all the goalkeepers. Oh, Connor Bradley now as well. Let me just write that down because I'm very, very. This is the problem with having mental healthy stuff. You have to write everything down, and you have OCD and stuff. So yeah, Connor Bradley's out. So basically, off the top of my head, let me have a look. Do you know when the next live is on? As in mine, Regan, or the next live football, just in general? If you're on about me, my next live show will be. Do you know what? That's a very good question, Regan. You're probably not asking about my show, are you? Um, it's either gonna be. See, it's the week. It's Christmas week. Oh, my show. Because it's Christmas week, Regan. Well, obviously, I'm sure you'll know yourself with your family and everything, and this, that, and the other. Obviously, things get a bit excitable at Christmas. Um, I won't be on tomorrow. I might be on Tuesday. I think maybe Tuesday night ish. Not Tuesday. Sorry, on Monday. So it might be another Liverpool one. I'm hoping to do wrap up for Monday Night Raw. In fact, to tell you what, guys, I'll tell you what. Let me have a look at my schedule to see what I've got on. Oh, I've not updated my schedule. That's great. So yeah. Anyway, look. Right, Monday I might be back on for like a Liverpool wrap up type thing. Tuesday I should be on for Monday Night Raw wrap up. That'll be about 10:30 at night. Wednesday is Christmas Eve, so I definitely will not be on there. And if I was to appear on Thursday on Christmas Day, my wife would be very, very upset with me. So I would definitely will not be on Christmas Eve. Um, Friday's Boxing Day, so I won't be on then. I will be back on the Saturday because we're playing Wolves. In fact, let me have a look now so I can start preparing this. I want to say we're playing Wolves at 3. Is it 3 o'clock on the 27th? Let's see if I can have a look. Yeah, so Wolverhampton Wanderers is on the 27th. And it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I should, he says, I should be on next Saturday. Hopefully a lot earlier though. It will be about 5:30. Hopefully that answers your question, Regan, and other people. But yeah, I'll be on sporadically throughout Christmas week, obviously, and then over New Year's Eve it'll be a bit sporadic as well because I've got family stuff. I'm sure the rest of you have. And then from what am I trying to say? From about the 3rd of January, it'll go back to normal. So, in fact, while I'm here, guys, so I'll do the spiel that I usually do. So, any of you who are watching for the first time, if you subscribe, you've heard me say this a million times by now. But obviously, I do Liverpool, but I also do wrestling. I do. Hey, DT, how you doing? Let's have a look. Regan again. Could you please try and do one on March the 27th because it's my birthday? Oh, nice one, Regan. I tell you what. I will put. And DT knows about this. I have a secret folder where you guys give me useful information and stuff, which is just there. There you go. So, for example, DT told me about the Y files. See, did remember. Sadly, because of my chaotic life, DT, I've still yet to look at them. So, but yes, all these things in a file, theoretically, I will do at some stage. But let's have a look. So, Regan, March 27th. In fact, I'll have a look. March the 27th is. What is March the 27th? Is a Friday. Yeah, I should be able to do that. I think, Regan, that's the international break as well. In fact, I'll tell you what is the day after. It's actually. Oh, this might be a good one. This might be a good one, Regan, potentially. Right, I can't promise anything, but I'm supposed to be getting tickets for the Liverpool versus Borussia Dortmund, the Legends game, and I could be getting. I can't promise. I'll probably still be in league, but there is an outside chance. Oh, it's Thursday. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. No, I'm telling you rubbish here. Basically, let me have a look. What was I clicking on? Oh, cool. Right, fair enough. There is an outside chance I could be in Liverpool because I'm going to see the Dortmund game, the Legends game. So yeah, if not, I'll just be sat here in the living room as usual. But yeah, I wrote it down, Regan. I will definitely try and be on. In fact, if your birthday's on a Thursday, it will probably be AEW Dynamite that I'm talking about. So, but yeah, like I said, I cover all sorts of things: horror, wrestling, Dynamite movies, the Comic Cons. My God, you'd think I'd know this by now. Oh, toy hunts as well. I've got a new toy hunting video that involves my room that's going to be on the channel tomorrow. Um, it will make sense. I can't think of how to describe it, but basically, I've had something delivered which I can now put all my toys in, like a shelf thing. So if any of you are geeks and interested in that sort of thing, on tomorrow at some stage. When that will be, I don't know. How are you, mate? I'm not too bad, DT. Yourself, how are you doing, mate? Um, yeah, I'm not too bad, not too bad. I'm not gonna lie, DT. I'm looking forward to having a swift half after I've done this. I was very tempted, to be completely honest, to pour myself a Jack and Coke, and then do the live stream. But then I thought to myself, that could go very horribly wrong. So I've decided to stick with my water for now. It's a Thursday, same every year. yeah, yeah, touche, Regan, touche. That's yeah. That's, I was going to say a stupid question I've just asked, really. But yeah, in fact, just to go back to this injury stuff. I mean, look, with the next game being against Wolves, off the top of my head, because I've not wrote the team down, but off the top of my head, I think you'd be looking at Alison Becker, Virgil van Dijk, Ibu Konate, possibly Kirkes, Frimpong, providing he's not injured, Verts, Jones, Gravenberg, and McAllister. So you'd have to put Verts up top with Hugo Ekitike and then Federico. Finally, Fedi literally has to play. He literally will have to play. There's no other thing that they can do. If Fedi Kaiser does not play the next match, I mean, basically he's done. Because if you actually think about it, I mean, that unless you were to have, I don't know, unless he brought Trainioni in, unless he's going to play Rio and Gamora, of course, I've got no idea. I mean, that would be fine, but I think you've got to go with Chiesa, surely. So, and on the bench, I mean, it's horrendous. You're talking Mamadashvili, Woodman, Andy Robertson is fit. Not like that before anyone says anything. Rio Ingamoa and Trainioni, so that leaves and Calvin Ramsey as well. So that leaves 3 slots that would that need filling from the youth team. I mean, obviously, if Go goes back and maybe Endo comes back, then it's fine. Then we're back up to numbers. But yeah, it could be a bit dicey. But the good thing is when we're not playing the locals, as in where I live, Leeds, we're not playing them for another 2 weeks. The only game we've got before the Leeds match is Wolves. And again, with the greatest respect, I don't know how many Liverpool injury Liverpool have got if they can't beat Wolves in their current state. There are problems. I mean, the Wolves match, it does worry me, to be honest, because I mean, the last 3 matches you've literally beaten Inter Milan, you've beaten Brighton, who are an excellent football team, and you've just gone away at Tottenham to win on a big game on a Saturday night. My concern is a dreary 3 o'clock kickoff against Wolverhampton Wanderers on television on a Saturday, and this is the sort of thing that we massively F up, shall we say. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned. But I mean, if we can, challenge for Liverpool now, just to wrap up, guys, is we've got Wolverhampton Wanderers, Leeds United, and Fulham. Now, if Liverpool want to do anything of note this season, that has to be at bare minimum 7 points. Because after that, we've got Barnsley in the FA Cup, which your boy hopefully will have an announcement about in the coming days. I'm not going to say anything just at the moment, but it, put it this way: payday's in 2 days, and the matter is looking promising. But don't promise what you can't deliver, basically. So hopefully that whole week, for those of you who like pro wrestling as well, could be a very good, very entertaining week. Let's just leave it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. To be completely honest. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. Right. So, uh, this morning I put way too much gel into my hair, and it's as strong as concrete. Wow. Good grief, Regan! I haven't got any hair. I haven't got any hair to speak of. Yeah, speaking of DT, yeah, yeah. I've remembered your comment there. Had a haircut and a beard trim, mate. Um, I've had a beard trim. Yeah, the bit. I think I managed to trim it the other day. Hair I've definitely done because it was turned into a pain in the backside. To be honest, DT, it's just. I think I'm one of the only blokes who doesn't mind his hair. To be completely honest, like it really annoys me. Like whenever I actually have to do something with it, like I said to my missus the other day, do you know what? I had to comb my afro the other day. It took 2 minutes, and my missus is sat there with like makeup and this, that, and the other. Go, oh, I feel really sorry for you. You know what I mean? But like, I'm one of these blokes. I'm 5 minute shower, 2 minute shave, clothes on, out the house, cup of tea in hand. Let's crack on. Um, at the weekends, I'm not like that. I'm a lazy booker basically, apart from looking after my son. So, um, yeah, the only thing I was going to say to the people who are listening to this is a podcast, the only other thing I can suggest Liverpool do with these injuries, if they aren't going to sign anyone, is we have a number of players who are out on loan at the moment. So you've got Owen Beck, Lucas Stevenson, Lewis Kumas, James McConnell. Do I think any of those five have come back in? I wouldn't have thought so. However, the two that are having an absolute nightmare, he says, having a look, are Harvey Elliott, whose loan has been an unmitigated fuss and a complete disaster, and poor old Kostas Tsimikas, who was basically told the other day he wasn't fit and he was no longer required at Roma, which I was like, that's a bit harsh, to be honest. I mean, I've always liked Kostas, to be honest. I'm quite sad that he's having such a bad time with it over there. But I mean, if they're not doing so great, I mean, Harvey Elliott for me definitely should be brought back in. He should definitely. I mean, I don't think he should have been. I always said at this time, I don't think he should have been sold in the first place, quite honestly. But so he could do a job, and obviously he could maybe cover Salah for 5 or 6 weeks. Can you do anything with Costas? Maybe you could have him. You could. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to see Costas Simicast in the back four, to be completely honest, as part of a back two. But maybe it might be something. I don't know. But those are the only other ideas that I had, basically. But I think Liverpool are going to have to think about going to sign at least a couple of central defenders because they cannot carry on like this the entire season. In my opinion. So yes, there we go. Yeah, folks, that's about it. So just want to say, just in case, you all have a very, 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 very happy Christmas, especially you, Regan. You get all the. I'll say presents because I don't know if you have toys at your age in this day and age. I have toys and I'm an adult. I do like collections and stuff. In fact, I'm such a sad person that my granddad is bald, so I bought a comb and cut off. Nice one. I'm sure your granddad was very, very. I'm sure your granddad was very, very grateful for that. That's quality. That is, like, it's quality. But I've completely forgot what it was I was saying there. But yeah, no, I just wanted to wish all you guys like happy Christmas. Now you get all your Christmas presents and stuff. I've been making room upstairs with my new toy shelf. So, like I said, there's going to be a shot on that tomorrow, and I'll show you around the room what I've done with it basically, because I am a geek, as the name implies, and I literally must have done to the point where my son had to come upstairs and say, "Dad," and I was like, "Yes, son." It's like, "Are you going to be up there all day?" I was like, "What are you on about, son?" It's like, "You've been up there for like an hour," and I was like, "No, I haven't." I was like, "Oh my god, I've left him on his own for an hour." So I was like, "Sorry, kid." So I had to run back downstairs and we watched wrestling and stuff. So, but yeah, I get quite obsessed with that sort of thing. So I've got all like my anime figures, I've got wrestling figures, I've got DC figures, Marvel figures. What else have I got there? I've got V for Vendetta, Hellboy. I've got my horror movie figures. I've got Funkos. Basically, there's just toys all over that bedroom, basically, which is not a bedroom; it's a command center. That my missus always laughs at me. She's like, "Command center? It's a bloody blog's bedroom, that is." And it was like, "It's not. It's command center." So, so yeah. But yeah, I collect Nerf guns. Oh, nice one, Regan. It's funny you should say that. In fact, has he left one downstairs? Oh no, he's run off with all them. So my son today was, in fact, oh, the one time there's not any bloody Nerf guns here. My son was actually playing with his Nerf guns in our hallway because we put like this what do you call it? We put like a target on, like a sponge target, so that basically he doesn't blow the TV off its stand, basically. So we put it on the door, and then like he's got like the sponge things, and he'll just shoot them, and from there and everything. Got 100. Wow, I don't think my son's got that many. I want to say he's got. I'd imagine he's got 20, 25, maybe something along them lines. So he's got little guns and he's got the big guns. Um, but he was very excited today because he made a what was it he said that he made? He made a custom Nerf gun with pieces of another Nerf gun, and I'm just sat there going, "Yes, son, I don't know what you're talking about, mate, but like that's fine, that's cool." Um, and then also annoyingly, he said, "How did he phrase this?" He was just like, "Oh, Dad, you know this gun?" And I was like, "Yes, son, yeah." "Do you know what the measurement is?" And I knew what he was going to say. I was like, "What's the measurement?" And he just turns around and goes, 6'7", and I'm just like, "Oh my good God Almighty!" I was like, "Little boy, my son, if you say that to me one more time, there's going to be big trouble." But yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, no, just happy Christmas to all of you. I've been collecting for 2 years. Oh, nice one, Regan. Nice one. I've been collecting toys since 1984, which was wow, that's 42 years ago. Yeah, that's how old I am, by the way. But yes, thank you for all the support and everything from everyone. It's been really cool. Like I said, obviously you guys know that I've been through some stuff this year, and the year's ended better than it started. So yeah, just thanks to all of you. Thank you, DT especially, top bloke. And just everyone really, and I just hope and thank you, Regan, for tonight as well. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, young man. Absolutely pleasure. And like I said, you're more than welcome, Regan, on this channel anytime you want to. Um, yeah. And like I said, I'll be back on. When did I say I was going to be back on? Right, so I'll be doing some shorts tomorrow, YouTube shorts. That'll be from like my toy thing that I'm doing. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll be showing you around my bedroom. Not literally, obviously, because that'd be weird. And I'll show you like the new stand that I've got for all my toys and a couple of other bits and pieces. There will be some content tomorrow. Like I said, Monday, possibly. I'm not sure what's going on with that annoying thing called work. Tuesday, hopefully, will be Monday Night Raw wrap up. I might actually be on Christmas Eve, actually. No. I was going to say, 'cause I don't think my wife would be hugely impressed, to be completely honest, but there we go. My storeroom, yeah, that's the one, Regan, my storeroom. Yeah, I just call it the command centre because I'm a bit of a geek, and like if my son was here, he'd just be like, "Dad, you're so embarrassing." And I would just be like, "Yeah, whatever." But I'm a dad, mate. I'm a dad. That's what I'm here to do, embarrass myself. But there we go. But yeah, yes, thank you guys, everyone, for watching. Have a very, very happy Christmas. And I will be, like I said, I'll be on periodically during the Christmas breaks. And then basically from January the 3rd, it'll be back to like a show basically not far off every single day. I think probably the only one I don't do is Wednesday, but that depends if Liverpool are on or not. So yeah, I'm going to be on lots from January, and there's going to be loads of cool stuff coming up. You're a dad and I'm a son. Yeah, that is true, Regan. That is true. That is true. Um, like I said, hopefully after the 23rd. In fact, keep an eye on this channel on the 23rd or Christmas Eve, because there should be an announcement of some very cool things that I'm up to when I get paid. One that involves wrestling and potentially one that involves these guys. I'll let you I'll let you work that one for yourselves. Anyway, right guys, I'm gonna grab some food, I'm gonna grab something to drink, and yeah, I wish you all good night. Have a fantastic Saturday, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Thank you, Regan, very much. I've got a chance. Oh, right, Regan, I'll tell you what, actually, let me it's Regan 5185. Right, Regan, I'll tell you what, I'll try close my laptop now. Just bear with me a second before I go. I'll just mention, actually, like I said, this should be available to watch on YouTube podcasts, which you'll be listening to now, or it will be on YouTube video probably some afternoon. Right, let me just write down. I'll tell you what, mate, I'll subscribe to you. Regan, just give me like an hour, Regan, or something, or maybe till tomorrow, because I must go and get some food. Because I literally haven't had any food the entire day. Let's have a look. So you're Regan 5185, right, dude? Just yeah, bear with us, and I will have a look at your channel and subscribe. Well, I'm not going to look at it and go, I'm not going to subscribe. Don't worry, I'll definitely subscribe to it. But yeah, leave it with us, Regan. And if I don't do it today, I will do it tomorrow. Yeah, no problem at all. Like I said, it's been a pleasure chatting to you, mate. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you all hopefully on Monday. Right, take care, guys. Happy Saturday. Bye-bye.